Yo, yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the Open Your Mind podcast. I'm your host, Jalen. And if for those of you who don't know, or if it's your first time watching, I just want to say welcome. Open Your Mind is a space where we provoke deep conversation and thought into our conversations, going over mental health, relationships, growth, and stories that just shape us as men. Uh, I like to say like open the mind is the off the field, off the court conversations that we have. So as far as y'all know the sports dropouts where they talk about the game. Open the mind, we talk about life. So with that being said, today I have another special guest here with me. Y'all probably already seen his face before just by watching the previous videos on sports dropouts. But I got my guy Ceez today with me, bro. What's going on with you? How you feeling?
Hey, Jalen, thank you, for this opportunity here, being on your podcast. I definitely appreciate that. I'm doing good though, man. Hopefully everything good with you. Everything good?
Everything's smooth, bro. One day closer to the end of the week, man. I'm
Nah,
happy.
yeah, for real. Yeah, like we both crazy thing is we both got the little long sleeve hoodies on. It's getting a little cold
Bro, I'm
outside.
telling you, it's hoodie weather already, and it's still August. I'm telling you, bro, Delaware is weird. It's different, man. But
Definitely
hey, I ain't
different,
gonna
man.
lie, I'm ready for it though.
For
Um,
sure.
but some people may know you as Ceez, other people may know you as Caesar. Some people may even know you as Bet with the Vet. But I want you to kind of take me back, to your childhood, um, with sports, really, honestly, because from knowing you, bro, like you've known a lot about sports just from what I could tell, like basketball, football, even like baseball and just different sports around that, even MMA and everything, boxing and stuff. But like, I just want to know, like, what was your first like introduction to sports? Like, what was that like for you as your childhood and everything coming up?
Yeah, so growing up, I started off with playing t-ball. Was like the first like real sport that like I played as a team. So I started off with t-ball. I believe I was like 4 or 5, something like that. But then I got right introduced into football, like literally like probably like the year right after.
Okay.
And I started playing football for the Elkton Golden Elks, I think it was called.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
out in Elkton, I was playing, and that's kind of how it started for me. Really straight on doing tackle as well with the pads on at that young
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
So I got into football early. That grew into me just playing football. I stopped even playing baseball after t-ball. Honestly, like
Really.
I think I might have played like 1 year of like actual baseball, but other than that, I stuck to football until like probably like I was like third, fourth grade. Then I got into basketball. Started playing basketball, but I kept going on with football. Football has always kind of been that one sport, my sport, like my first love with everything. So I always, have football number one. But I love basketball too. Played basketball and baseball. I didn't play like that many years, surprisingly, as a like adult. I mean, as a child, I guess. But I only played like 2 years as a child and like 2 years of high school, and that was it, bro.
Word.
So I didn't even play that much baseball, nah. But I just stuck to football, honestly, and a little bit of basketball here and there. Then I went into high school, and then I just stuck to football for the most part, for real.
Okay. So like, even when you were playing, like even when you were younger, bro, like, and even into high school, 'cause I know you said that's when you stopped. But like, did you ever have dreams of like taking it far, or having like any like further like dreams of like doing it in college or even pro?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely was a goal of mine until I realized very, very early that size definitely matters when it comes to football. And just me, I realized that early. Like my freshman year of high school,
Mhm.
I'm like, damn, like, and
Yeah.
this ain't little league no more. Like, you feel me? That was just in high school. You know what I mean? If everybody don't know, I'm 5'1", 5'2" on a good day. So
Yeah.
I'm not that tall in stature, but I definitely had heart. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
And that
For sure.
heart kind of came out on the field a lot of the time. Something to prove, like an edge to me that I had to prove. Go out there and prove something every time. So that's kind of like the fire that I played with every single time I got out there on that field. But yeah, definitely had aspirations playing a couple D3 schools, I guess
Mhm.
I might have went to, but ultimately I just decided that I'm gonna just hang it up at the high school. So, and I was cool with that.
No, I get that. I get that for sure. I understand the hype part a lot, because I ain't that much taller. For those that don't know, I'm only 5, you know. So I definitely feel you, bro. But like having the heart is everything that comes with it because a lot of people they get blessed with height, or they get blessed with just having the talent, but they overlook that, so they kind of come into a lazy. But if you kind of outplay people, that could show a lot. So I'm assuming that was the case for you. But like even just earlier on, just being into sports, I know that unfortunately you're an Eagles fan. I ain't gonna say too much because I ain't trying to get crucified out here. But have you always been one? Like, has that always been like your team even when you was a kid?
Yeah, so the tie, even the Eagles, into me playing sports growing up. Everything I think, shout out to my dad. He the one that kind of put me on to everything. He put me on to sports. He put me on to the Eagles. So I've been liking the Eagles since I started watching football. Honestly, so I've always been a fan of the Eagles. No other team. My pop tried to get me to root for the other Philly teams, Sixers, Phillies, and all that, but I'm an
Was
Eagle fan, man. Football that's my sport. So I don't
Yeah,
really care
right.
too much about the other teams because I'm not too invested in those sports. I love those sports. Don't get me wrong, but when it comes to football, it's just a different level to me.
That's real.
I'm all invested in the Eagles. You know what I mean? So yeah, early as a kid, and shout out to my pop, like I said, because he the one that put me on to all of it, and I kind of just was like, I guess I'm playing sports. I guess I'm an Eagle fan now. So.
Right. No, that's tough. I mean, shoot, he got you in there early. I mean, I guess it's paying off right now, huh?
Nah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I wish he was taller, so I could have been taller, and maybe I could have, I could have went to college playing.
No, facts. But I mean, even right into that though, like I know you, kind of say you realized early that sports wasn't going to be it for you, or that wasn't going to be a thing that you was going to take further. So, like, tell me where you were at, like, as far as just your perspective on like what you were going to do, like once you finished school, like at that point.
Yeah, good question. So I've realized like my last game of football, we was in the playoffs, the semifinals. We lost to Indian River, and I went to Howard High School
Okay.
over there in Wilmington, over East Side, and so we lost that game. And honestly, after that game was over, like I knew like this might be the last time I ever play. So
Hmm.
I'm kind of a person that might dwell on something maybe like for a very, very short amount of time. But I'm
Hmm.
also a person that can just get over something really quickly and move on. So I've kind of been like that, as a person for a while now. So I kind of knew it was over for me at that point. Started realizing what could my future be at that point. And nobody in my family went to college, so I was kind of like the first person in my family to go to college, and that's kind of what I wanted to do.
So yeah.
So I did end up going to Delaware State University, and they had a sports management program there. So I said, okay, well, if I'm not going to play sports, let me go ahead and study some more about sports and how to really manage sports. So that's kind of what I did, and I did graduate at Delaware State as well. So
Hey,
that's kind of like how that whole everything ended up playing out.
all right, I like that. I love that though. I mean, granted, like that shows the passion that you have behind sports and the love that you just have for it. Like you got to be involved some type of way.
For
So
sure.
even with just like transitioning into sports management, like did you want to be like an agent? Were you trying to get into like offices with that? Like what was your goal from there?
Yeah, so I had a sports management major, and then my minor was in coaching management. So I kind of I didn't really know when I was in college exactly what I wanted to do. Like I got involved with the football team. I kind of was like helping out the video coordinator, filming practices, filming games, and all that. Helping out at basketball games and football games with like staff and making sure we had security in the crowd and stuff like that. So I kind of got involved when I was in college, but I didn't know necessarily still at that point what I wanted to do. So coaching definitely was something I wanted to do as well. So I got involved in coaching like outside, like at a couple of high schools for a couple of years, for a couple of seasons, but um, don't know if coaching ultimately was something that I did want to do. So I kind of fell back from it. I feel like I'm more like on the management side other than the
Yeah.
coaching side. So I kind of stuck to that as I got older.
Okay. All right. So like even with coaching, how long were you doing that for?
I mean, I coached a couple seasons. I know I was coaching. I helped out at Smyrna one time with the basketball team over there, the freshman team or the JV team. I forgot. And then I think it was the freshman team. And then I think Howard. I went back to Howard and coached for like a season real quick. I mean, it wasn't for like a whole season. It was like a couple games, just to give back or whatever. And but like coaching was cool and everything. But like I said, I thought that was something I wanted to do. But
Mm-hmm.
when I got into it and everything, it was just at the end like maybe this is not for me. I'm more like I said, kind of like on that management side. In the front office, stuff like that is
Yeah,
kind of
right.
like what I was kind of
Overseeing
like
the
aiming
program.
for. You know what I mean?
I got you. I got you. And even like from from there, because I know like you kind of had a whole like you it kind of went from wanting to do sports, then you found like your kind of niche with doing sports management, and even like finding your way into coaching for a little bit from that time, and just realizing that that wasn't for you. Like your thought process through that, like was it just the goal to kind of get into a professional team at that point, or was it just if you can even manage a team like whether it was on a college level or high school level, but like was that something that you were planning on doing?
Yeah, I wanted to get into like in teams, working with teams and everything, or even in colleges. I wanted to work in athletic departments and even in some couple of universities. But
Yeah,
just I don't know. Like I felt like at the end of the day, all that didn't materially, but I do know that everything that has happened in my life, even if it didn't happen, I feel like everything kind of happens for a reason.
for sure.
So, I ultimately didn't go that route. I ended up just managing like the whole background after I graduated was pretty much I got straight into management after I graduated
Mm,
Delaware State.
okay,
Managing a couple gyms, managed a gym out Jersey. I managed a gym out Maryland, and then went to the casino, and that's when sports betting kind of came about.
okay.
And then it got legal. I believe in like 2019, it got legal. So everybody started opening up, because sports books and stuff like that. So that's when it was like, all right, now this could be a different opportunity, a new opportunity to get into, where I can kind of use my already management experience that I've
Yeah,
gained plus the
facts.
sports management background that I have, and kind of now this might be my niche right here. So that's kind of how that ended up playing out instead of what I wanted to do ultimately would have been coaching or been in the front management or front office. Now has turned into, me kind of going into that sports betting path. So
Now you jump right into my next like question, next topic with you. Honestly, like because sports betting like that was at one point it seemed like just a small little like you said like hobby or niche like for people that were just doing that, on the weekends or like just for whatever game was coming up. Like I would just remember like my people's just grabbing like the long like yellow or pink slip tickets with all the teams on football
yeah,
Sunday, writing down who's going to win, who's going to
yeah,
lose, however many. Like you feel me, but now it's kind of exploded into like this multi-million or billion-dollar industry that's incorporated with the culture now, like basically with sports.
yeah.
But like for you, I know you said you started working in a casino, and you started like you really to understand like how that was. But that was like your introduction. So for you, were you already betting previously, or like was that just your first introduction to bet sports betting at all?
Nah, I mean honestly, everything that came with sports growing up, I mean, my pop kind of put me on too. So he was kind of
Shout
putting
out
me on the
Pops, man.
fantasy. He kind of was putting me on the fantasy football. He was
Yeah.
kind of putting me on the even like I think the sports cards in Delaware has been there for a while before sports betting got legal across the U.S. Because I think the only two places that you was able to do that was in Vegas and in Delaware, and that was before. That's before it got legal and everybody else could do it.
I didn't even
So,
know that.
but in Delaware, you can only use those cards that you were just
Right, right,
explaining.
right.
So I think growing up, it was kind of similar to that as well, a little bit. Like more as I got older, not when I was like a kid or nothing. Like more as I got like in my teens.
Mm,
So he kind of put me on at an early age as well. So I kind of been, you know, not saying that I've been like gambling my own money since then, but I've known about it. Let's just say I've known the ins and outs of sports betting, exactly how to read the lines, and I can explain that to somebody at this point now. You know what I mean? Like,
I got
so
you.
that's kind of like just the background knowledge, not necessarily like me betting when I was like 12,
Yeah,
nah, but
yeah,
like,
yeah. No, no,
you
no.
know what I mean? Like
Just
maybe I
like
might
being
tell my
around it
pop I
though.
like this team this week or something like that, but
Yeah, not like just being around it. Like you still like granted, because even for me, like I would see it and I'll be like, I'm not old enough, but I could still just give a prediction. And even if the team won or lost, I'd be like, ah, damn, I would have lost bread or something like that.
right, yeah.
Just feeling like that. But when did you start to realize that you were like, good at it, or you had something like coming with that? Like, when did you kind of realize, okay, hey, like I might be tough at this?
Nah, so I mean, shit. It's crazy because I've never told really this story,
Oh, snap.
honestly. So I'm gonna share this story here with you.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. Nah, honestly, the God honest truth. I was working at the casino, doing the sports betting, just like as the cashier.
Mm,
People would bet. I just, print their ticket out. They gave me the money, give them the ticket, and boom. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how the sports books work. You know what I mean? That's how it works now. So it's nothing crazy there, but just me just talking to people there, like, and just hearing them out and like seeing like how much they was making and like the future I saw like the future in front of me. Like, dang, like this is just the begin. Like this is just the beginning. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like I can see
yeah.
where this could ultimately go.
Mm,
So once I realized that, I kind of wanted to fade it away from being in the casino and just doing it on my own and not really combining the two because I didn't want like no whatever conflict of interest or whatever what I mean to happen pretty
right.
much.
Facts.
So I had got out of working at the casino to do bet with the vet.
Mm,
But as I was transitioning on doing that, COVID happened.
shit.
So all the sports shut down. Like all the sports had shut down. So at that point, when sports started coming back up, I separated myself from the casino when the sports started coming back up, and that's when I really started taking off with my business now, which is Bet with the Vet. Which if anybody doesn't know, I'm a sports
Yeah.
gambling consultant, sports gambling betting
Yeah.
consultant, sports agent, whatever you want to call it. I definitely somebody that can help you out on your sports bets. Who to take, how to sports bet. Even people don't even know how to even sports bet. So just if anybody anybody that's listening out there, definitely if you guys want to follow me at Bet with the Vet. That's where you'll follow me. To go back to your question though, Jalen, like that's kind of like how it all started. Like, and I already in my mind was betting myself.
Mm,
And I followed the game and I knew who I was liking. You know what I mean? And I was winning money at that point. So I'm like, all right, let me separate myself and give this to people that may need help, or let's do this, together. If we're going to bet, let's have fun and let's have fun
yeah.
together. Let's make money
Right.
together. So I kind of wanted to build a community doing that, and that's kind of what I've done.
Okay, no, for sure. And I'm definitely gonna, need some consulting or something eventually. I mean, cause it's crazy, bro. Like, and I'm with you, cause you be seeing like people's tickets, or you be seeing like people's parlays, like Bleacher Report. They would have like the big winnings that people would make, and you just be like, damn, they just won like a couple 100,000 or an
Nah,
M off of this.
yeah,
Like this is like just a bold sports prediction, but it's crazy just how like big it's became over just recent years. Like
yeah,
not
for sure.
even just like sports betting, like you said, has been a thing, but it's just been like so prominent now. Like you can't talk sports without over and unders.
Yeah, yeah, for
Like
sure.
it's wild. But nah, I mean, before we get into the next question, before we even get into the next topic, just want to say, please make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the Sports Dropouts podcast. Like I said, Open the Mind is not a replacement to this podcast at all, but it is just an addition. So to get more content from us, we just need some more engagement from y'all. So the more that we're able to get some more interaction, engagement, and just letting us know what y'all think, whether y'all like it or love it, or whether y'all hate it and don't want to see it again. Just tap in with us and let us know how you're feeling. And even follow us on all social media platforms as well. Sports Dropouts, as well as my Instagram that I just made for the podcast, Open the Mind. But yeah, nah, bro. So, you are the oldest out of us, though. So I just kind of wanted to, like, pick your brain and get your perspective from just, like, sports in general, because I know you're an Eagles fan, and I know for basketball you're a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
So even like just you've been able to kind of see the progression in sports or digression in sports, however you feel about it. But like, how has that been for you as far as just like, some moments that from you that have kept you engaged and kept you into it, or even some things that you just didn't like about, just the shifts in certain games. Like how has that been for you?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up, 2000s watching everything. Like when I was in 2000, I was, already at an age where I know what's going on. So I kind of grew up in the 2000s watching, all the sports when it when it comes to football, basketball, or even baseball, and even fighting and everything, boxing and everything like that. Like I watched everything. I was tuned in. So to see how much it has changed from that time to now, and every sport is crazy because every sport has changed since then for sure.
Yeah, fact.
When it comes to football, we got less like that hard hitting, tackling, going for the people domes and everything.
Yeah,
Like we don't see that really no more. If you do that, you get thrown out the game. Like now at this point, so that has completely changed. NBA has completely changed with the 3-pointer now. Even 10 years ago, it feels like Steph just started doing it 10 years ago. It feels like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, so 20 years ago, they really wasn't doing that. You know what I mean? So even then, like that has changed. I remember even as being a Spurs fan, Spurs played the Pistons in the championship in '05, I believe it was.
Yes.
And then the game seven was like it's like 70 something to 60 something. Like, so
Mm,
imagine like a game like that now. You know what I mean? Like
that's actually
everybody would be like they bugging, they ain't scoring. Like you know what I mean? Like so it's a whole different type of game. And even with baseball too, like baseball got the whole replay system now and the
they
pitch
ain't had
count,
before.
the pitch count and things like that. Like the whole replay system just it's just different now, I guess. But like the whole pitch count they got different now. So there's a lot of things that they even trying to change in the games. What kept me engaged honestly was just tuning in every year, bro. Like just
Yeah,
being up, trying to be up to date with everything that's like the new players coming in, trying to be up to date with them. Like the seeing where everybody going, just staying on top of things. Like I just wanted to know. Like I felt like I wanted to be the sports encyclopedia. So I felt like I had to keep up. You know what I mean? Like
and I guess like now even with the betting business as well, like it kind of just keeps you all tied in with just like sports play. It's kind of like a I guess the storybook telling like moment like for you just to be able to have like the betting business. So now you have no reason but to just be tuned in with sports, not
nah,
even just for the love of it, but for the business.
nah, yeah, for sure. And I'm happy that happened though. We talked about like what could have been, I guess, when I was at Dell State, but I'm kind of glad that everything happened the way it did because like now I have like my own business with it now. I know how to run a business even besides just it being with the type of business it is. I still have experience of running a business and how everything should look like on top of like I said like a lot of management skills that I've had over the last couple of years just working.
Sure.
Like kind of like that just built me to the person that I kind of am today. And honestly, I don't regret nothing along the path at all. Honestly, you know what I mean. But the sports thing definitely was a blessing because I still wanted to make money off sports, but I didn't know how.
Mm-hmm.
Sports betting dropped, and I'm
Mm.
like, all right, let's make it.
Oh,
Let's make this happen now. You know what I mean?
for real.
So,
That's a crazy thing. Shout out, yeah, I don't want to say it like that, but shout out to COVID in a way, because I mean, it seems like for how bad it was, it does seem like it did help out a few people as far as just like the taking that pause from life and just really figuring out what their next direction was going to be. So I feel like if we didn't have that, like certain people wouldn't even be able to like come up on certain things, no matter how bad the situation itself was.
nah, yeah, for sure. COVID was a time that I felt like if you didn't come out of that like with something, it felt like I
Yeah,
don't know, you must have been really on the couch just cooling. Like
nah, for real. I mean, some people only had that choice. I mean, other people. I mean, I still had to work. I was pissed.
I was cooling. That's what made me think of this. Yeah, like
And not that's what I mean. Like some people just need like you just need them breaks, like because it'd be so many things going on, bro. Where like life is just moving at you so quick, so you don't even got the time to really just think about what you want to do. Like you just in the rat race of just like kind of just keeping up with everything. But
yeah,
sometimes, hey, I need to take this mental day, or I need to take
nah,
this.
yeah,
That should be helping. But nah, for one, bro, I just appreciate you. Just kind of tapping in with me, like giving me a little bit of like what you had going on in your thought process with a lot of things of just how you became you. But I do want to wrap things up with my segments for you today called This or That. So, this or that, I will be giving you 7 scenario based questions um, where you'll just kind of have to choose one or the other and kind of explain to me a little bit why as you chose this one. And if you want me to also answer them with you, I can. If you want me to go along with it, but I can just start off with the first question whenever you're ready.
go ahead.
All right, so for the first one, would you rather face your biggest fear once or deal with small fears for the rest of your life?
That's a good one. My biggest fear once, or my smallest fears for the rest of my life.
Yeah, or your small fears for the rest of your life.
Damn, rest of my life.
Yeah, it is.
Damn, that's crazy. I think I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with facing my biggest fear one time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm
come
gonna
on,
have to
it's just
get it
one
out the
time.
way.
Just if you go like, if I know I'm gonna come out of it alive,
Right, that's the thing. I gotta come out of it alive. Because if
yeah,
I'm not, if it
yeah,
ain't no guarantee that I'm coming out of there alive, I'm not. I'm gonna just do the small fears for the rest of my life.
yeah. So if they say 50% chance,
Nah, it gotta be 100%.
it
I'm
gotta
coming
be
out that bitch
guaranteed.
alive. Fuck that. If that's the case, I'm taking the small fears for the rest. No, matter of fact, let's change the answer. Let's change the answer. Already, I'm changing the answers. Let's change the answer. I'm gonna just keep it safe and say I'm gonna do the small fears for the rest of my life.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
that's fair. All right, I might just go ahead and do that big fear. I'm just gonna get it out the way. All right, so would you rather be remembered for one great thing or for many small impacts, but no one talks about
Mm. Mm. That's a good one.
it? Yeah,
That's a good one. I'm gonna have to go with the second one.
small
Not
impact.
yeah. What was it again? I'm sorry.
Let me see. Be remembered for one great thing or for many small impacts, but no one talks about it.
Yeah, let's do the many small impacts, but nobody talks about it.
Hey, I agree with you, bro. I mean, I don't need to be, remembered for nothing crazy. As
I'd
long as your
rather
life,
that. Yeah, because if you only know him for one thing, like yeah, that's cool. Like that means you're really talented probably in that one thing. But what if that one thing also ultimately fail you too? You know what I mean?
that's true. That's true.
So
That's a good one. I didn't even think of it like that. All right, bet. So we got number three. Would you rather live a short life with deep meaning or a long life with little purpose?
a little life with meaning.
No, a short life.
Short life,
My
yeah,
bad. Short
short
life.
life with meaning,
Yeah, deep
or
meaning.
a long life with no meaning.
Yeah, with no like little purpose. Like so, you had a little something to you, but it
Right.
wasn't enough.
Ooh, I'm gonna actually go with the first one. I'd rather
Short
have
life.
a short life, but it was meaningful.
For sure, I agree.
Because if I tie that into even the one before with the impact, but nobody talks about it, that's just still leaving an impact. Like my life might have been short, but the impact that I left on people, even though it's not talked about, I'm cool because it was an impact on probably, if based on the scenario, a lot of people. So
Not facts. And even then, for us, like if I lived a short life with deep meaning, that means I did something with the time I was given.
yeah, exactly.
So I could have been given like I could live, 80, 85 to 90 years, but if I ain't doing nothing in that time frame, like not saying I'm wasting air, but like if you're not living out your full purpose
Right.
and actually seeing what you can do with yourself, like what you
Nah, I
doing?
care. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
agree.
So number four, would you rather share your struggles with the world and inspire others, or keep them to yourself privately to protect your peace?
Damn, if it wasn't for that last part.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
If it
Open them
wasn't for
up.
that last part, dang. So protect everything in my peace or share it to others, pretty much.
Yeah, share it to share it to others to inspire them though. So share your struggles with the world and inspire others, or keep them private to protect your peace.
I would tell the people and inspire them.
Okay.
I
What if you
would.
didn't know you was going to inspire somebody?
I did my job at trying, and ultimately I can live with that.
Okay. I love that. I
As
like
long
that.
as I did what I needed to do,
Yeah, man.
I can't choose ultimately what you do. I can
For
just
sure.
inspire you to make whatever inspiration that I can give you. At that point, that's on you. So I would go that just because I still at the end of the day it all still kind of ties back of trying to give back as much as I can, and that's what ultimately I do try to do. Now, do I sometimes keep some things inside of me to keep my peace? Yes, ultimately, yeah, for sure. I think everybody does, but if I had to choose one, I think I'm okay with sharing my story and to inspire others. I guess in a sense.
I definitely. I love that too. I mean, it's true though. Like ain't nothing wrong with just keeping some certain things to yourself because not everybody got to know everything. But you don't really know who you going to touch with the story that you got or the stories that you.
Exactly.
So I definitely,
And also, just to piggyback on that too, also it's just you sharing, like you sharing that, you know what I mean? Like that's a vulnerable state. So for you to share it and for people just to even be like, dang, like at least you sharing that, you touching me. Like I would never. Like some people like I would never. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Facts.
Like so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no. A lot of people can envy your vulnerability because that's like, a lot of people think if you sharing or you opening up a lot, like that's weak in a sense, but that's
Yeah,
true strength to me. I ain't
yeah,
gonna
me
lie.
too. I believe that too.
Yeah. So this is number 5. Would you rather start over with everything that you know or keep going with everything that you have?
Keep going with everything I have. What was the first one?
Start over with everything you know.
But keep going with everything I have. But keep going with everything I have and start out with everything I know. Hey, because I don't live with no regret. So that's
Yeah, you
tough.
said that. Said that.
But to start over with everything I know, whew, I think everybody will want to start over with everything what they know. I'm not gonna lie, because
Hear
if
me? All
I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna answer truthfully, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna start over with everything that I know now for sure.
right, but hear me out though, right? Like you start over with everything that you know, but like for what you've done all the way up until this point, right? Like everything as far as your life, like that
Yeah,
makes you who you are now. If you start over with everything that you know in the beginning,
right.
that in a sense, like you may not
What
even
I
be the
be?
same person though.
So you say like if I choose that, I would be a different person coming out of that.
In a sense, low key,
Yeah, for
bro.
sure, for sure.
But you
I
okay with
think
it?
I think that's what probably would happen.
Yeah,
Um,
it's going
but
to.
but I also, if I can, how can I put this? With everything I know, I can also know how to feel in certain ways with everything I know. So that can kind of help me out. You know what I mean? With I might be, and it's not even a guarantee that stuff could happen with me starting over and everything I know. It's not even a guarantee that stuff could even pop off. So I'm putting myself in a spot right there. But I felt
Right.
like with everything I know, if I grew up knowing all that, like I would have, let's say, not wasted some time that I felt like I wasted and some times that I've wasted in my life. Let's just say that.
But timing is everything.
But timing is everything now. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But you were okay. You put a little okie doke, but I mean,
Yeah, I put a little dog on you, but
still a little situation.
it's only because I feel like if I could start over with what I know now, I know so much now
Mm-hmm.
that damn, like even if I had like I don't even got a kid, so even if I had a kid, like everything
Right.
that I know now, I'm gonna tell that kid, and basically that kid gonna live out who I would have been if I started over. You know what I mean?
Right.
In
I
a
think.
sense, not all the way, but in a sense.
Yeah. Right. And I think that's shit. That's probably why parents act the way that they act to their kids sometimes. For real. Hey, man. But shout out to that though. All right. So we got number 6. Would you rather be with someone who loves you more than you love them, or love someone more than they love you?
Damn.
I'm not.
Damn.
I'm not answering that shit.
Wow.
I mean that stuff. Excuse my language.
Wow.
So, no, that's a tough one though. That's a tough
That
one.
is a tough one,
Yeah.
bruh. Wow.
Says a lot about you.
Nah. I can't get it's no skips.
Nah, no skips, bro.
Alright. If I had to answer that, would I rather love somebody more than they love me, or would I rather them love me more than I love them? Shit. That doesn't mean I don't love them though.
It doesn't.
I can still
There's
love them.
levels to it. It's just
It's just
levels to it.
levels to it, right?
Yeah,
Alright.
and you can explain why. It's not like you just got to choosing like
Nah, yeah. I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain. I'm just trying to make sure that
I think I got.
my reasoning is the reason.
Yeah.
um, I would rather, if I'm going to be married with this person for the rest of my life, I would rather make sure that person loves me more than I love them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna choose that answer, but it's only because, like, if they, like, I'm gonna love you. But I'm really gonna love somebody honestly if they truly like really love me back. And I
Yes.
feel like at that point, like not saying like no, like okay, y'all could be sharing the same love, but if she really loves me, I would rather somebody really be on me and really love me than
Hmm.
somebody who don't really fuck with me. Like you know what I mean? Like it's gonna throw my energy off the way I move. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like when I'm in a relationship or whatever.
Yeah.
So I would rather that person be like head over heels for me.
Hmm.
Cool, great, because I'm gonna love you. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's my energy is gonna go to that. You know what I mean? But if your energy, if I'm the one that's all over you, and I'm not getting some sort of that back, it's gonna throw me off just an energy person type of wise.
For
So
sure. For
I
sure.
would rather that person love me more than I love them.
No, that's a great answer, bro. That's a great answer because I mean I'm like that's my answer too. Because me, I'm like naturally like a giver anyway. Like
Right.
with whoever I shoot, I can like you. I want to give back. You know what I mean? Like I could just know that I like you, and if I feel like
Nah, bro,
if
shit.
that energy's there, I'm invested.
Nah,
You know,
for
so
real.
like I feel like that's just my attachment. Like that's my attachment style. Period. So like if I know that I love you, I'm willing to go the distance. So for me, it's like for just knowing that as long as the feelings are still there, and as long as the feelings is kept, and that energy is like it don't even like it's not equal in this scenario, but if it's equal, bro, I don't care what's going on. I'm with you.
Nah, yeah.
So yeah, like if shoot, as long as I love you, I'm doing what I need to do. But yeah, I would need you to love me a lot
Yeah,
more.
we're
Yeah,
not saying that we don't love you. You know what I mean? We
yeah,
still love you.
nah,
You know what I
nah.
mean? For sure.
It's love.
But
We
but
together.
yeah, we
Yeah,
together. But at the end of the day, like yeah, like you said, like because even when it's just deeper than just love. Also, like when a girl is like in love like that with you, like they
mm-hmm.
start thinking about you. They start
Yeah,
really putting thinking how you should be like, no, I don't want you doing this, like spending this
yeah,
bread, or I don't want you like I know you got this coming up, let's just you feel me do this, or yo, I know like they really start thinking of you
yeah,
for
bro.
sure.
It really
And
started
like that's
calling the
what
shots.
helps me
Yeah,
keep going in relationships. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I know I'm gonna be able to do shit. Like let's be real. Like we grew up correctly. You know what I mean? As guys.
for
So we're
sure.
going to show love, but at the end of the day, we need to show love to people that's going to ultimately show love back and really think of us.
Definitely.
So that's why, like over the years, like I was at that, like not saying what you just said was funny as shit when you said even if I like the John, I'm invested.
Right.
Like I think I was at like younger, like just even just in college, like shit. I might just look at you and I'm invested. You know what I mean?
Hey, it still be happening, bro.
You know, I'm invested from the rip. You know what I mean? But
Right.
like over time, though, like it's just like all right, like not only am I invested like right now as I see you, but like now I gotta really talk to you. Really gotta like see what's up with you. Like it kind of take a while now, and like I know a lot of people like hate all that talking stage and all that now, but like
Yeah.
honestly, like I'm at a point where it's just like shit, that's what is kind of needed. Like, I ain't about to just jump into some shit that I have no idea who you are. I'm a grown ass man. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't have no idea who you are. I'm not about to just give you some bread. Like, that's just not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like,
Especially
I need to know who you are.
especially if you already worked hard to just get where you are currently. Like if you already
Yeah.
got what you got, like you already have like the piece around it, and you're okay with how your life is going in that direction. I can't just stop everything I have going on because I feel like I have this good thing right here. Because that's not. I don't know if that's temporary. So
Yeah.
like the slow, like people hate to call it like it's like the slow burners. Like people hate like those type of people that really like take the time to really get to know someone and kind of go through those stages to really see exactly if the person rocking with them or not.
Nah,
Like, 'cause,
yeah.
like you probably like me for right now. You may think I'm attractive. You may like the personality, but
Nah,
hey,
yeah.
man, sometimes I wake up on the other side of the bed and it ain't pretty.
Nah,
You know,
yeah.
like I may be in my moods. I may have an attitude. Like it may be certain things going off, and like that may just rub you off completely.
Right, yeah.
Now you're not rocking with me.
Nah, you're not
We
right.
was, we
Everything
was,
I just did for you,
yeah, we were supposed to go out
especially
tomorrow.
everything you did
Yeah,
that one time is always the time, right?
we had a whole weekend planned. We supposed to go to the pumpkin patch.
God
And
damn, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Now I
man.
got mad and shit on a Tuesday, and now you cut me off on a Thursday, like,
Right.
and we ain't
I'm
even talk on
saying,
that, and we ain't even talk on that Wednesday.
yeah, you just dumped it on me on Thursday.
You just
I ain't
dropped it
even
on, boom. This is why we ain't talking. It's over. Like, god damn, all
yeah,
right,
now Friday in the weekend you lonely.
exactly.
Yeah, no, for real though. But I mean, honestly though, that's not a great answer though, bro. Because I'm 1,000% with you on that one. But for the seventh and final question, would you rather relive one painful memory every day, or forget one of your happiest?
I forget one of my happiest.
Okay.
I've had a lot of I've had a lot of good times. Let's just say.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm
Because
okay with forget one.
no, it was crazy because like when I was just thinking about the question, I was like, dang, like reliving my most painful memory every day. Like I think I would be depressed damn near.
Nah, exactly.
Or I don't know if I would be depressed or I would just become numb to it. So, but like reliving like one of my happiest moments, like yeah, like I mean, I can forget like something that I just recently did this year or like years before
Right.
that, but I can make more happy memories.
Exactly.
But I can also have more painful memories. So it's like I don't want to have to go through any of that.
Yeah, you're right. I
Yeah,
mean, nah, I would, yeah, because at the end of the day, like you said, like you can make more memories. You know what I mean? So it's gonna
yeah.
be more times or whatever. Like I don't forgot some memories. Shit, when I was a kid, and there was some good
Nah,
times.
for real.
I just still be forgetting them joints.
Now I'm at the point now. I'm not even, you're not even that much older than me. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not even as old as you. Sometimes I can't even remember what happened past. Shoot, I'm 27. I can't remember what happened past me being 21. Like it depends. You gotta really remind me.
For real,
Now
bro.
that's the end of the segment. That's the end of this or that. But appreciate you just kind of giving your perspective on these questions and opening up a little bit with me, bro. But also just thank you for the time and space that you gave me today. Joining me on this podcast and on this journey. This isn't the last time that you're going to see Ceez on the podcast either. We got many, many more episodes in store, many more things coming along with this. So just if anything else, man, please just like, comment, subscribe. Because I'm being serious, man. Y'all not gonna get this if y'all don't tap in with us, man. Like this is early stages, and we just got more in store to come. But all the support, everything that y'all been doing so far for Sports Dropouts, man, just keep on going with it. Make sure you follow all social media platforms, and again, like, comment, subscribe. But this is episode 2 of Open the Mind. We out.
Yeah, thank you, Jalen. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.